All righty. So my name is Sam. I made an app called Funny Money that adds clarity to investment strategies. So this started when my friend Eugene made this group called See My Stocks, and he was taking daily portfolio performance and sharing it in the Slack channel. Now, if you have an investment account, a brokerage account, you know that at the end of the day, your day's trading information disappears and goes to the next day. So to combat that, he made this table instead where people every day would come in and post their stuff, their performance. As you can see, there was about 5 users who were engaged and then a bunch of users who weren't, myself included. So I decided to turn this into an app instead. And Eugene doesn't know I built this yet. I'm excited to share this with him. So basic homepage. Let's log in Jay. All right, so Jay's logged in. Jay doesn't have any transactions. So let's add a transaction. This is connected to an Alpha Advantage API. It searches for relevance of keywords, so you don't have to type in exactly what the stock symbol is. So he's going to add CSIQ. He's a big fan of Canadian Solar. All right, here we go. He bought a purchase price of $48.80. He bought 100 shares. All right, so that's going to get added to his portfolio. You can start seeing information populating. Cool. Let's add another transaction. He invested in ARK, and although it's been dipping lately, he invested at the right time. So he got it at 44.41, and he bought also 100 shares. He likes investing in pretty traditional tranches. Okay, so now we've got this portfolio. This is a pretty basic investment portfolio. You can see the market value of his investments. He's made $1.40 today, not a great day for Jay. The cost basis, basically how much he spent on his investments so far, all right. And then his gain loss over time, pretty good. That's a great return. Okay, so in the individual shows of these stocks, this index of his portfolio, you can also get that same information. You get a little bit more granularity. Now, at this point, we're just looking at a simple portfolio app. Of course, you can edit your transactions, you can delete your transactions, great. What makes Funny Money a little bit different is you're able to join groups and share investment strategies. So let's find a group. Let's see, Sam and Jay's investment group. So I actually made this one. I was hoping Jay would join it. Jay's going to join the group. So here's my information. Jay's going to join the group. And right here, now the group is populating both of our information. What makes this especially interesting is there is some discretion that happens in this table. So you actually don't see how much wealth I am investing with, which is really important when you're investing in stocks. You don't want people to necessarily know how wealthy you are, especially in American culture where talking about money is very taboo. It's better to show performance as opposed to net wealth. So in this case, you can see I invested in Costco, Tesla, Microsoft, Netflix. You can see my gain loss from the time that I invested, my day change in both percent and dollar value, because that's per share, and the percent of my portfolio. This was probably the most challenging part of my app, getting percent of portfolio to calculate per user without actually showing additional user information. My JavaScript for that was lengthy. So now that both of these users are in here, you can see their day change, their all-time percent change, and then for each user that gets added to the group, these averages change as well. Once we go back to our portfolio, you can now see that this group is within the groups that Jay is a part of, and he can also create groups. And that's as far as I got with the app. The next big steps for this would be creating admins for groups and having more of an invite system similar to what Chelsea built. I thought her app was absolutely awesome and was definitely peppering her with questions as our development process went along the way. Being able to have admins create groups, accept invites, of course, delete groups. And then where I'd really like to get is actually being able to link in some ability to work with actual portfolios. So you wouldn't have to update this as you make transactions, being able to actually pull some information from your actual brokerage account. That would be a long shot. And also being able to show more data, more graphs on the investments that you have. And there are APIs and plugins that would allow me to do that. Anyway, that's Funny Money.